They say I'm cruel, but I've learned that cruelty is just honesty without apology. My name is Mara Lee. I'm an actress, an influencer, a product, whatever the world needs me to be that day. Some people call me a monster, and maybe they're right. I'm not sure when the difference stopped mattering. Every time I post something, 10,000 people write that they hate me, and 50,000 more click like. I used to wonder who was really guilty, me for doing it, or them for watching. Now I don't wonder. I know, it's both of us. I was raised to be polite. My mother always said, smile, even when you're right, but the world doesn't reward the polite. It forgets them. My first acting role was a small one, the villain's mistress. People hated me. They threw comments, insults, and disgust. The producer called me the next morning and said the audience couldn't stop watching. That's when I learned something important. Virtue bores people. Sin sells. After that, I leaned into it. I stopped playing nice. I learned to make people uncomfortable, to look them in the eye while they judged me and keep smiling anyway. I made enemies on purpose. I mocked kindness. I humiliated people who tried too hard to be good. And the strangest thing happened. The more I did it, the more people followed me. The same people who said they hated me couldn't stop watching. That's when they started calling me the Velvet Knife. Fashion houses wanted me to wear their designs. Perfume companies named products after me. I became a symbol of everything people claimed to despise but secretly desired. I posted one photo with a mocking caption and the internet caught fire. A charity worker could save 100 lives and no one cared. I could roll my eyes on a red carpet and it would be global news. One woman messaged me once and said, "You remind me of everything I hate but can't stop wanting." I wrote back, "That's the definition of relevance." I knew the world didn't love kindness. It loved spectacle. It loved outrage. It loved people like me, the ones who gave it something to react to. I remember the night it finally got out of hand. A charity event. I donated $500,000 just so the press would talk about my dress. The headline the next morning said, "Mara Lee stuns at gala wearing gown worth more than her donation." They called me shameless. My follower count doubled. My sponsors sent me flowers. My manager said, "Whatever you're doing, don't stop." So I didn't. But somewhere in the middle of it all, I started to feel strange. I couldn't tell when I was acting anymore. I'd been performing for so long that I didn't know what was real. Even my sadness looked practiced. I'd cry and think about how the lighting would look if someone filmed it. I looked at my reflection one morning and it didn't look like me. It looked like someone famous pretending to be human. Ah! Then there was the fan. He tried to copy one of my photos, a rooftop shot. Standing on the edge, city lights behind me. He fell 14 floors. His last post said, "If I die, maybe she'll notice me." I noticed for 3 minutes. Then my PR team told me to post condolences. I did. The comments were full of hearts and messages saying it wasn't my fault. Maybe it wasn't. But I stood on my balcony that night and realized I didn't know who I was apologizing to anymore. That's when it hit me. I wasn't a person, not really. I was a reflection that people fed on. I existed because they wanted something to love and hate at the same time. Now, they call me iconic. Someone made a documentary about me and called it a portrait of female empowerment. It won an award. They play clips of my interviews in business schools as examples of how controversy builds success. Do you understand what that means? The same world that condemns me also celebrates me. The same people who post essays about toxic culture are the ones keeping me trending. Goodness whispers, cruelty shouts, and I became the voice they couldn't mute. Sometimes I wonder if I regret it. Sometimes late at night, when it's quiet and the phone is off, I feel something like shame. But then the screen lights up again and the likes roll in, and I remember what silence costs. So I keep going, I keep posting, I keep performing, because that's what this world rewards. People think I manipulate them. The truth is, I just understand them too well. They don't want honesty unless it's dramatic. They don't want kindness unless it's beautiful. They want to feel something sharp, even if it cuts. They call me evil. I'm not sure they're wrong. But if I am, then I'm the evil they built. Every era creates the villain it deserves. This one made me. I don't lie about what I am. I don't hide the price of attention. I don't pretend that goodness will save you. It won't. I've watched too many good people fade quietly into nothing. A journalist once asked me what I do when beauty fades. I said I'll monetize the decay. He laughed, but I wasn't joking. I know how this ends. I'll grow older, the lights will dim, someone younger will take my place, but they'll still follow me for a while, half out of habit, half out of fear that what replaced me might be worse. That's how it works. I won't die famous, I'll just slowly stop being watched, and that's a kind of death too. Sometimes I imagine what it would be like to start over, to live quietly, to fall in love with someone who doesn't need to film it, to post nothing, to mean nothing, to just be. But I know myself too well. I wouldn't last. The silence would feel like suffocation, because that's what fame does. It replaces your pulse with noise, and once the noise is gone, you start wondering if you're still alive. So don't pity me, and don't pretend you're better. Look at your screen. Look at the people you follow. Look at what you share when no one's watching. You feed the same machine that built me. You love the glitter even when it blinds you. You hate the arrogance, but you can't look away from it. You say you despise me, but you keep me alive. And deep down, you know I'm not the sickness. I'm just the mirror, the velvet knife, cutting quietly through your conscience, one like at a time.